Hey everyone, this is Monique Connor, business and lifestyle coach for soon-to-be and new coaches. Wanted to drop a quick video by you today because I've been getting multiple requests on how to build a coaching business and also manage the family dynamic, especially when there's children involved. So I wanted to speak to that real briefly because I'm sure there's a bunch of people out there that could benefit from hearing from that. I have 3 children and I've been married 20 years. And my middle child, my only daughter, was diagnosed with autism when she was about 1.5 years old. So there's always been a need for additional support or specific support for her development. Just want to kind of run you through what my weekly schedule looks like so that it kind of makes sense to you what I do. But basically my solution to that dynamic of having to do both is to getting as much support as I can get. And what that looks like is I do what I think I can do and do well, and then the rest I try to get some support to help me. I used to have this idea that I had to do it all, and I think a lot of us women kind of are faced with that way of thinking that you got to do it all or you feel like a failure. At least I did, and I found out in an unhealthy way my value or how I viewed myself was tied to my performance with my family. So in other words, if things weren't working out with my family, I took it as a personal failure, or I give my all to, all my time to my family needs, and then I would forsake my own. So I've learned as I fast forward in life, and I've learned that it's what's important is paying attention to what I need to have done, and honoring that, and in honoring what my needs are, I'm able to support and assist everyone else in my family. So what my week looks like is I have 2 children that are still in high school. My kids are older, and those 2, they go to school, and on Mondays and Wednesdays I have a tutor come to our home, and she spends 2 hours with my daughter. In addition to that, my son stays after school for tutorials, and he also is training to hopefully get a basketball scholarship. So he goes off and he practices basketball after that, and he also goes early in the morning. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I also have a speech therapist to come to our home to assist my daughter with her speech development needs. And these are things I used to do. So what I've done is I've kind of outsourced that, and also put my son in some training so that he gets coached. And then I have my older boy who's in college, and he's home during the day in between classes, and then on Tuesdays and Thursdays I take him to campus for his classes. On Friday I have a music teacher to come into our home to teach all 3 of my kids piano. And that way they get to learn music, and it's still something that I don't have to do, but they get to enjoy that anyway. And then once a month I have someone to come in to clean our home, and then my kids have chores throughout the week. So that's essentially how I, manage the family life, in that the areas where I feel I needed some support in, or I needed to get some help in, I went and got some help to help me in those areas. I'm also looking to pick up a virtual assistant now, as things have picked up with my coaching business, and I'm helping people, and I'm putting together packages. And so I'm looking to add that as in a form of support for the business part of my life. To me, the business and family are interchangeable. I wanted to create a life where one supported the other and vice versa. I didn't want them to be 2 distinct things, because they're not. They're both a big part of my life, and so they're integrated. And so this is the way I'm able to do life successfully. So what's very important to me is I stay focused on my business when I have to, but then I'm also focused on my family when I have to be as well. And that way I feel balanced, and I feel like I'm making a difference in both the people that I'm serving and also in my family life. So I encourage you guys to kind of get quiet and see what's important to you, see what's hard for you and what's coming up as a quote-unquote struggle. Those things you might want to consider outsourcing and getting some support, some sources of support. If you're just starting out, maybe if money is an issue, maybe you can get some family members to help you with your kids. You might want to barter your services, although I don't recommend that as a long-term solution, because there is something when there's money exchange, it's just taken more seriously. However, if you're in a situation where you want to build your coaching business, but you have small children and you're unable to bring the children with you on a coaching call, then you can have a friend watch your kids in exchange for your services for coaching. But I do encourage you to get your kids involved and get your kids used to the idea of you quote unquote coaching someone, because what that could look like in your home is your kid is in one room for an hour while you're coaching your client. And what you can do is space out your clients, so you have one client maybe in the morning, and then you may have another client or another group later on that evening, and then during the day as you're doing your administrative things or whatever your needs are for your business, you can have your child with you or your children there with you. So just a little bit of thinking out of the box, I think, is in order to kind of help with gaining clarity around how best you can support yourself as you and your family as you build your business. So hopefully that helps you, and I'm always open to any other questions you may have, and my heart is to support you as you build your business. So until we meet again, talk to you later. Take care and make it a great day. Bye-bye.